Hi guys, old muzzleloading black powder shotgun. So this belongs to the guys, or belonged to the guy's great granddaddy, or something like that. And what he wants me to do, he wants the barrels to go black. He wants me to kind of make a ramrod for it. He's not going to shoot it again, which I think is the right decision. And he wants this. I don't know if this was nickel, but he wants this black, and he wants the trigger guard black and the back tang black, as well as the butt plate to go black. Now, whether that's right or wrong, I don't know, because some of these guns were actually browned. And then there's a hardware screw in there, and that's a replacement chrome plated screw in there, and that's just a flat hardware. There's a screw missing, and these are replacements as well. So got to get all of that kind of sorted out, get the plating off, and just make them all look right. Something's amiss here. Looks like nails or something and paint that's gone in there. This, I think, would have been a brass ferrule that was in there, for the ramrod. Somebody used some silver paint. I'll see. I'll get this apart, and this might need to be built back up. And it's a wall hanger, but he wants it to be nice. And then you can see on that attachment there is not holding the barrels up to the breech. And I'll see if I can get that sorted out. Quite an interesting design with the little tacks that they got on the diamonds of the checkering over there, as well as on the front handguard. We'll see what it comes out like. I don't know what the make is. There's not a single mark on it. I don't know, who made it and when it was made, but it's probably 150 years old. Got that muzzleloading shotgun apart, and you can see the bottom rib is missing, so it should have a small little rib like that on the front over there, and it's missing from over there and all the way through. There's the lug that keeps it into the stock. Stock has been repaired before. There's some clear epoxy that's kind of been dripped into there, and I think that this silver bit is epoxy that's been just filled in there. This seems to be epoxy. So on that bit, I thought there was a nail or something, nails through there that held it in, but it's a screw that somebody filed flat. They got it through there, and then they dripped lead or melted lead into it. I don't know how I'm going to fix that, because again, you don't want to spend too much money on it being a wall hanger. I'll probably make new side plates and epoxy them in, and then make a new barrel wedge to hold the whole thing together. I got that lock apart. The notches on the sear, they are all worn away, and that's why it doesn't want to hold cock, so they worn away. The trigger guard is broken, and I'm not going to fix it. I'm going to just let the screw hold that in. There you go, guys, all done. So I cooked off the barrels, and they didn't come out pitch black. They got like a brown tinge to them. I cooked them 3 times though, and every time they would velvet up, and I would card them, and the barrels would be brown again, and I would cook it, and that's how it carried on. But anyway, barrels were cooked off. I cooked off the side plates and the hammer, cooked off the trigger guard, also did the butt plate. I put new screws in on the butt plate, And then the main work was really to get the barrels and the receiver to mate up. So this was all broken out, and they had dripped lead and a screw in there. I really had to make big plates to cover up that area that was broken out, and fabricated a barrel wedge out of a piece of flat bar, hammered it over like that and then built all of that up on the inside with epoxy and put those escutcheons on there to cover up the patchwork, and then the hammer the barrel wedge. And then this was filled in with an epoxy, and I took that epoxy out and made this out of a piece of flat bar. I'm assuming this would have probably had a ferrule up front here originally. I don't know, I got nothing to work from. That screw I had to make out of a bolt. Replace that screw, that screw, that screw. That screw I made out of a 6mm metric bolt, which I turned into a machine screw. I had to thread the bottom hole of the trigger plate to 6mm metric because there was nothing that fit that odd thread that was in there. It turned out that this gun is made in Belgium. It's got the ELG Belgium trademark or proof mark at the bottom of the barrel. I also made a ramrod out of a 3/4 inch dowel rod, and I used a 38 special case for the tip of the ramrod over there. I just put it on the lathe and kind of hollowed it out, and then I just cleaned up the stock, just rubbed the stock down with some 4/0 steel wool and some Danish oil, and just got all the gunk off it, and that's it. Now half cock, full cock. Missed full cock, half cock, full cock for a wall hanger. I think it's and for a piece of history and a piece of inheritance, I think it's well preserved as it is, and very presentable. So it's tight on the stock now with that barrel wedge, and it's got the 2 hooks that hook in on the breech there, and then I got that screw that was not in there that holds the whole thing together. I hope you guys found that preservation interesting. Stay safe. We talk again. Cheers.